Hello, good day, good people. How are you all? I hope you're fine. Of course, I am Ibrahim Kuroma and I am here today to help you fill out your application form for student permit, like your residence permit. But in this case, we are specifically focusing on the residence permit form for Hungary. So Appendix 9 of the application process for visa requires you to fill a form that confirms whether you're coming here for a student exchange program or you're coming here to pursue your studies. So in this video, I'm going to take you through each of the steps, the information you should provide. Watch it to the end and don't forget to leave your comments. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Yesterday I promised you that I was going to screen record to guide you through the filling of the student's mobility or residence permit application. Okay, so this is Appendix 9, as you can see. This Appendix 9 is Appendix 9, yes. So let us see how to fill this form together. Yes, let's see how to fill this form together. So first of all, it is worthy to note that filling this form is like it has two things that you should have in mind. First of all, know that this form could be filled out by somebody who will be coming to pursue studies or somebody who is coming on a student mobility program. This should be noted because a student mobility program is different from a study program. So coming to pursue your studies is quite different from coming on a student mobility program. So like this one, for those of you who will be coming to study here, you are coming to pursue studies. Student exchange programs are most times agreements between universities. So if you are in the University of Sierra Leone and you have an agreement with the University of Szeged, you can have student exchange programs. But that's not what you're doing here. So let us see how to fill this form. So first of all, you should understand that this form requires you to do the filling out in block letters, Latin block letters. You should complete the form legibly, make it readable, and it should be done in block letters. So now, what is the legal basis that you're coming here? I have told you you are not coming here on study mobility, okay, student mobility. You're coming here to pursue your studies. So you tick this, you tick here, okay. Let's say for instance, you give an asterisk. I don't know why this thing is behaving like this, but anyway, it's not the fault of the thing. It's my fault because I did not print it. So you tick here, So like put here an asterisk, or you put correct, okay, you put an X, anyone, it's okay, yeah. And then now, in case of student mobility, so I have told you, you are not coming here on a student mobility program. So this particular section should not be filled out by you because you're not coming here on a student mobility program. So everything here does not concern you, okay. So now, this one is for everybody, okay. This is for everybody. So now, you want to come here maybe to pursue a studies, your studies in your studies here. That is where you're coming. So particulars of the host is education establishment. So what university are you coming to? So the first one, you have been asked to state the name of the university. Okay, the name. So let's say you're coming to the University of Szeged. Okay, should be in block letters. Excuse me. Okay, you're coming to the University of Szeged. That is it. So now you are coming to, what are you coming to do? What program are you coming for? Are you coming for a bachelor's program, a master's program, whatsoever? So you see secondary education, are you coming for secondary education? Are you coming for an undergraduate program or a bachelor's degree, continuing further education, professional training, whatsoever? What level are you coming for? You are coming for maybe a bachelor's program, you write undergraduate. Okay, undergraduate, bachelor's degree. Simply bachelor's degree. Or if you're coming for a graduate program, you can write graduate, or you say master's program. If you're coming for a PhD, you write PhD. Okay, a postgraduate program, that's PhD. Okay, so now that is it. And then what is the address of this particular institution that you are applying to? Okay, what is the address of the university? So the University of Szeged, this is the address. So how do you get the address? You just go to Google and search. Just say, let's say for instance, the official address of the University of Debrecen. Here's it, University of Debrecen. So you come into University of Debrecen. So this is their address: Editem Ter, Edge 4020 Okay, Debrecen, Hungary. So this is their full address. So this is what you just have to copy and paste. And those of you who will be printing it out, you just have to write it. Okay, so that is the address. That's the address. Okay, that's the address. So for you, you're coming for a master's program. Let's read this. A master's degree, and you fill out. So this is previous educational attainment. Previous educational attainment. So those of you who are coming from other universities, let's say you're coming from name of the institution. Let's say you're coming from the University of Sierra Leone, Furabe College. So you can enter Furabe College. Furabe College. Okay. Or if you want, you can write Adna USL, University of Sierra Leone. Okay. What type of education did you attend there? You know, Furabe College, you attend there tertiary education. So you can see tertiary education. So you tick it. You tick this. Okay, let's just put blue to indicate that this is what you have ticked. So you can either put asterisk against it or you circle it. Okay. That is it. That's how you take it. Okay. And then place of establishment. Furabe College is located at Mount Orel. Okay. Let's just say Mount Orel. Okay. Let's just say Mount Orel. Let's say that's the address. You can you can still search for the official address of Furabe College. The address of Furabe College. Furabe College. See Mount Orel, Freetown, Western Area, Sierra Leone. That is the address. Mount Orel. So you write it here. Mount Orel, Freetown, Sierra Leone. Okay, so that is it. So what did you get there? What degree did you attend? Let's say you got a Bachelor of Arts degree. So those of you that are coming from high school to pursue a bachelor's degree, you can put maybe you went to Freetown Secondary School for Girls, FSSG. You can write that right there. Secondary education, that's what you attained. Secondary education, the address of your school, and of course this. Okay, and when did you graduate? When did you get your degree or your certificate from that? So if you're using WASC, so you have to write the year you got your WASC results. If you're using your bachelor's degree, you state the year they gave you your bachelor's degree. It is always on the certificate. Okay, so language proficiency. This is another area you'll see many spaces, but you will speak only one language that you're proficient in, which is the English language. But if you have another language that you're proficient in, you can add it. So let's say you speak the language is English, right? English. What's the level? Advanced. That's what I recommend all of you to do. So you put B2, okay? B2. So if you check, you'll find out that the levels of English proficiency, you will see B2 as an advanced, maybe levels of English proficiency. Okay, so you can see B2, C1, C2. Okay, so if you look at it, you will find out that B2, in fact, B2 is intermediate, C1 is the advanced. So you can either use C1, in fact, C1, because C2 is purely for native speakers. C2 is purely for native speakers. So you can use C1, okay, or you say advanced. You use advanced, like you can see here, advanced. Okay, and now this is another area. This is the information that will be submitted for your. You are to provide to state how you survive in Hungary. How are you going to survive in Hungary? So this is the point. So first, are the means of sustenance provided for the applicant by the applicant himself or herself? They're asking you, are you going to pay for yourself? You are scholarship students. So you say no. Your means of sustenance is not provided by you because the scholarship does that for you. That's why they'll give you a stipend, they'll give you accommodation, and they'll pay your tuition fee. Those are your means, and they provide you insurance as well. So those are the means of sustenance here. So you say no. Say no. Okay. Are the means of sustenance provided for the applicant by family member? You still say no because they are not going. Even if your family will be providing you money. No. Because the scholarship will cover all of these things for you. Okay. And then the other one is if yes, name the family member. So no, so you don't have anything to do with this. However, those of you who are fee-paying students, you have to say yes. Yes. Okay. Are you going to pay for yourself? If you are paying for yourself, you can say yes. But if you will not be paying for yourself, say no. Especially so if you will be using someone else's bank statement. Okay. If you say yes, you'll be paying for yourself, then automatically you have to state that you have savings for yourself and you have to state the amount you have in your savings. But if you will not be paying for yourself, don't provide yes because you'll be using someone else's bank statement. So you say no here and the next side you say yes. Okay. And then you have to state the person's name, the person whose bank statement you'll be using. You provide the person's name. Let's say you'll be using John Mansares, John Banga. You'll be using John Banga's bank statement. Okay, so let's say this is the bank statement you'll be using. Okay, so you're going to tell us what relationship do you have with the person. make sure you have a strong tie with the person. If the person is your uncle, you have to state uncle. Uncle. Okay. If it's your father, you have to state father. If it's your brother, you have to state brother. But let there be a very strong tie between you and the person, because they might ask you, why do you think this person should provide for you, should fund you for the studies? Why do you think he is compelled to do it? Okay. And then are the means of sustenance provided for the applicants by scholarship? So those of you who are stipendium Hungary come scholars, so this is where you have to feed shade yes. You say yes. Okay. Say yes. Say yes. Not say yes as in proposal when somebody proposes to you. That's not what I'm saying. So just say yes. And then the last one, do you have any savings? So I've explained this. Those of you who said you'll be funding yourself, so you have to provide, say that yes, I have savings, and you state the amount. Other additional income or property asset, this, that, you provide that. So if you have other fundings, you provide that. Okay. I think this is the end of this form. It's the end of this form. I thank you very much, and I hope you find this one very helpful. Thank you.